next example is a vertical bar. So in this case, as I shown in the diagram, this force mg force mg force is not causing any initial displacement in the spring. So we shouldn't neglect g comma delta terms if there are any. But here there is no delta term but only g term. So we need to consider g terms also. So first of all, we see a Newton method. In this method, we have given a initial displacement like this, and initial displacement like this, initial rotation theta. So it reached this position, and this is a mg acting in this direction, and this is also theta. This is theta, and this is a perpendicular to this one. If this is a theta, then this automatically becomes a mg sine theta. So this component becomes mg sine theta. So when I apply this formula, I into theta double dot equal to F into L. So here how many forces are there? Two forces. One force is a spring force. The spring force, uh, the spring force is K into X, where here the X is from here to here. But we know x equal to b into theta. So that means kb theta. So the and this is moving in this direction, but this force is acting in this direction because the spring force is opposing the stretching, and in the same way the mg also acting in this direction. So this I theta angular velocity in the anti-clockwise direction, but spring force momentum caused by spring force and as well as the mass is in the clockwise direction. So here we get a negative. So k into b into theta into b. This is at a distance of b from the point O because it's a moment. So f into the distance is a b from O to this position. So that is a f into b, and then mass force. Mass force is gravity force is m into g into sine theta. M into g into sine theta, that is at a distance of a. But here from the starting onwards we have been emphasizing that the amount of displacement or the rotation given is very small. That means theta is very small, it's approaching 0. When the theta is approaching theta 0, sine theta is a theta. Why? Because sine theta equal to sine 0 equal to 0, sine 5 degrees is approximately equal to the radians of 5 degrees. So it becomes like that. So in that scenario we can approximate that when theta approaching 0, what's about cos theta? Actually cos theta approaching 1 because cos 0 equal to 1. So if I substitute this, so this I into theta double dot plus k b square plus mg into a into sine theta equal to 0, and here omega, you know how to write. And this I, what is the high? I is a moment of inertia about O. So we shouldn't forget to write O. I suffix O. Omega equal to kb square plus mga by I suffix O square root. And we try to derive the same thing using the energy method now. First of all, we need to find out kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of the spring is neglected, so this is only for the rod, that is I into half into I naught into omega square, that is a theta dot square. And what is the potential energy? Here we have a two potential energy. Initial, because G is not neglected here. If G is not neglected, if G is neglected, then we have only one potential energy for the spring. But it's not, since it's not neglected, we should consider potential energy for the both. So potential energy of the spring equal to, it's a stretching, so it's a positive. So what is the potential energy of the spring? That is a half into k into x square. X is a b into theta square. B into theta square. And what is the potential energy of mass? Actually the mass center of this is a CG, and this is the center of gravity after rotation theta. And if you observe, the height is increasing, that means potential energy also increased in this case. So mg into delta h, here delta h is c into a, we need to find out ca, but we know ca equal to oa minus oc, oa equal to a, and what is the oc? If you take a triangle oca dash, OA dash is A, we know that one, and this is theta. Then OC equal to cos theta equal to OC by OA dash. That means this is OA minus, first of all, we will write OC equal to cos theta into OA dash. OA dash means A into cos theta. So here A into cos theta. So PE of the mass equal to mg A into 1 minus cos theta, and here we need to differentiate the total energy. So when I differentiate the total energy, I need to differentiate the first I need to differentiate kinetic energy. So when I differentiate kinetic energy, it will become half into 2 into I naught into theta double dot into theta dot plus, when I differentiate this one, this will become 2 by 2 k b square into theta dot. And when I differentiate this one, uh, so only this is the variable. So when I differentiate this one, this is a mg into a into cos, differentiation will become positive. So sine theta into theta dot equal to 0. But we have already seen when theta is small, sine theta equal to theta, and we have theta dot terms equal in all the terms. So this will become, so this is the final equation as like in the previous case.
This is also in 2016, and here the this is the roller, and this moment of inertia above of this roller about the point O. If I say this is a point O, this has given, and stiffness and these dimensions I have given. Actually, the spring is attached not at the center O, but it's at a distance of d away from this one. And in this position, I have given a small rotation to this roller. So when I give the small rotation, the roller, so in the new position, so this is the final position when the disk is given some initial angular displacement theta. So when this is given theta and this is rotating like this, and here if you observe this point A, at this instant the velocity at the point A is 0. Why? Because this is a pure rotational motion. So we have this concept we have already seen when we dealt with the velocity analysis. So here the velocity at point A is 0, and here from this diagram again we can calculate x. What is the x? The amount of stretch happened in the spring. So that is x equal to the theta into distance from A to this point. That is again the distance from A to this point. Let's say this is a B. That is AB equal to A plus D. So A plus D into theta. And because of this stretch, this force, the force in the spring is acting in this direction, and at this instant this is rotating like this, uh, and if I apply moment about the point A, so that is I into I A actually here into theta double dot equal to, this is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, but the force is turning this, trying to turn this one in the clockwise direction. That means that is a negative of force, this force F equal to K into X, but X equal to A plus D into theta. So K into A plus theta, A plus D into theta into distance from the A to this point. That's a perpendicular distance actually. So that is a nothing but A plus D, and here we have mass also for this disk, but mass is acting through the point A, so automatically that will become 0 if you multiply with the perpendicular distance. And here what is the IA? IA already we know J equal to ma square by 2, and this J is perpendicular to the plane of the paper, plane of the screen that we are seeing. So J is this one passing through the point O, and we need to calculate the IA parallel to this line passing through the point O. So by using the parallel axis theorem, IA equal to IO plus m into a distance between A and O. Here O means center of gravity in this situation. So that is A square, and already I naught or J equal to ma square by 2, and here ma square. That means it's a 3 by 2 ma square IA. So if I substitute this one, and if I bring all these to this side, then automatically we can get omega equal to k into a plus d whole square by 3 by 2 ma square. So if I write like this will become 3 into m a square. This is the omega. So again the same type of problem has been asked again in about 2011. So here also the same concept. So I am giving an initial angular displacement like this, angular rotation. So here in this case it's like this. So when it is given some angle, so the point, this is O. If I say O, the point O dash reaches here because it's a movement theta. And if I say this point where it's touching the ground is A, and since it's a pure rotation, the velocity at the point A is 0. That means this roll or the disk is rotating about the point A at this instant, and this is the distance x stretched stretch distance h that stretches the spring, and because of the spring there is a spring force acting in this direction, and this is moving like this, I mean rotating like this. So again we need to apply momentum about the point A. So IA into theta double dot equal to, this is actually trying to rotate in the clockwise direction, but the spring force is trying to rotate the same disk in the anti-clockwise direction. So the here F into F cross L. So here F equal to K into X, but we have already known so many times derived that X equal to the distance, X equal to length from A to O and theta. What is the length from A to O in this case? Let's say this is a R and theta. So this is a minus k into x equal to r into theta into distance from perpendicular distance from A, that is again r. And what is the IA? We know moment of inertia of this disk passing through the point O, which is perpendicular to this screen that we are seeing. So that is IO equal to half into m r square. Actually this is a moment of inertia of a disk, of a rotating disk, and instead of disk if you have a ring, then half will go, and this I naught equal to m r square. So these formulas we will deal when we teaching the engineering mechanics. So but we need IA, which is a parallel axis to the IO. So again we will apply the parallel axis theorem, that is IA equal to I naught plus m into r square. Here half m square and here m r square, this will become 3 by 2 m r square. And if I substitute all these in the equation, it will become 3 by 2 m r square into theta double dot plus k r square into theta equal to 0, and omega equal to 2k by 3m square root. So omega is this one, and he is asking natural frequency. Frequency means f. So f equal to omega 2 pi. So here the correct answer is